from basketball courts in the nation. Donation, give support whenever you go, wherever you listen. Knowing how you do it, she always glisten. I'm telling you, we gotta get it right. So tell me right now, tonight, she get that rhythm and flow. Rhythm and flow, gotta get that rhythm and flow. Rhythm and flow, she got that rhythm and flow. Rhythm and flow, let me hear that rhythm and flow. Radio show.
I want to welcome you to the number one internet radio station, IntellectualRadio.com, an iHeart radio station, also known as the house that Earl built. Okay. Ooh. You know, when you live stuff, sometimes you just get distracted. Excuse me. Anyway, like I say, it's also known as the house that Earl built. Intellectual Radio has over 70 shows, 70 to 150 hosts and co-hosts, streaming 24/7 on your smart device with internet access. I want you to know that I am big and beautiful. I want you to know that I'm fat. Ooh, but I'm fabulous. I want you to know that I'm plump and pretty. I'm getting curvy and I've always been cute. But most important, I'm confident. I'm the boss lady of Rhythm Flow Radio, your host, Katie Lowe. Listen, I want to thank you for logging in. There is, listen, there is so much going on social media. And they got two of my favorite honeys. I mean, look, they just won't leave these people alone. We're not going to talk about that right now. I want to play you a little music. And then I'm going to come back and talk to you about one of my favorite honeys. And I mean, I just think that, I don't know. I just hope the man ain't lying. That's all I'm going to tell you. But I'll be right back. After I play you this track, I'm gonna play a track from one of the the South Side artists. His name is Fellow Soul, and the name of the song is Echo. Be back in a moment.
Echo, don't wanna let it go. Echo, don't wanna let you go. Echo, don't wanna let you go. Echo, 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 don't wanna let it go. Echo, don't wanna let you go. Echo, don't wanna let you go. Echo, echo. I must admit, girl, I'm nervous. It's kinda hard to determine, but I don't care, girl, I'm all in, all in, all in. I stand where you can see me. No playing, girl, believe me. I mean it, oh.
But it's coming through my computer. Okay.
You're telling me that you're nervous. Will it last? No discernment. But you don't care, cause you all in. I'm all in. We all in. I stand where you can see me. Through ups and downs, believe me. Not moving, believe it. I'm not gonna leave. Don't let you go. Echo, don't let you, don't let you go. Echo, don't let you, don't let you go. Echo, 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 don't let it go.
All right, I want to welcome you back to the house that Earl built, the number one internet radio station, IntellectualRadio.com, a show, a station with a station with over 70 shows, 70 to 150 hosts and co-hosts, streaming 24/7 on your smart device with internet access. I said I was going to come back and talk about something that was trending on Facebook, but I wasn't here Valentine's Day, but I was here 2 days before Valentine's Day. Okay. And because I didn't do this, I want to do this now because you know what? I had a wonderful weekend, and it was a wonderful weekend with my family. And I tell you, there's nothing like family. I'm serious. If you got a problem where you don't get along with your family, you better just try to find a way to, because family is where love begins and it never ends. And I want to say happy birthday, Melvin Nellums. I'm going to tell your age. You turned 21. How you wish. Anyway, I want to say happy birthday. And I did have the opportunity to share two of my weekend days helping Melvin celebrate. And I had a ball. But they decided to go and have dinner at one of my favorite restaurants. And I'm not going to give them a shout out, but I'm going to tell you they're in Oak Brook. And if I tell you that, you probably already know where it is. But I had a chance to hang out with him twice on his birthday, and I had a wonderful time. I mean, he even told me I was drinking. Whoever heard of Chinese tequila? Okay, I know he was trying to pull my wig, but he claimed I was drinking Chinese tequila, and I know better than that. But I do want to say, happy birthday to him. Now, let's kind of talk about some of the things that are trending on social media. One of the things that I mean, believe me, this thing will not go away. And I know that Jesse Smollett, I know I can feel it. I feel for you. I'm serious, I do. I mean, two men, they assaulted you, called you some ugly names, tied a noose around your neck, and poured bleach on you, and said, "This is what is it? Good morning, America?" No, not good morning, America, country. What's that other? Make a mega country, make America great again, country. Jesse, I just want you to say it ain't so now. I'm serious, cause I will tell me that the news is doing a bum job on you. Tell me that you didn't make this up. I'm pleading with you, Jesse, because I'm gonna tell you something. Your integrity is at stake. I mean, you're an actor. You probably had your hand on producing something. You are an artist, a musical artist. Uh, you made a name for yourself on Empire. Just hope that this is not something that is I guess made up. I mean, they've got all media saying all kind of things. They're saying that they were cutting your role in Empire and all of that. And now the media is trying to say that the letter that you got in the mail was straight out of Hollywood. I mean, straight out of Hollywood. I mean, Jesse, please tell us that it's not so. I mean, I've read, after I posted this, I read some of the comments that people left, and they were saying, sadly, his career is now over. Really a bummer. This lady, I'm not going to call her name, she said, I liked him. And one of my girlfriends said, if he actually orchestrated this, and it's looking more and more like he did, then why should he get a pass because he's black? Hell, if my kids or grandkids do something wrong and I'm going to tell them that they're wrong and that's the and they did it. She said it was stupid in so many words for this to happen. She said, he made some bad choices at the end of the day. None of exactly what happened until then and after we're all entitled to our opinions. So, police said he want to talk to him. Just I don't know the way this thing is. I mean, the way this thing is happening, it's just really, really ugly. And I mean, what if this did happen? What if it really, really happened? And none of us believe him because now the Chicago Police Department are beginning to say, I guess he orchestrated it. But that's crazy. It's crazy. I just don't understand it. But anyway, that's one of the things that's trending. It's not going to go away. And the other thing that I have to talk about, I just don't understand. R. Kelly. I mean, they are not letting this man rest. I mean, they are listen, they're on his behind, like stank on you know what.
Your phone is ringing.
Okay.
Hang up your phone. Your
I was
phone.
into that one. Hold on for just a minute. Like I say, they won't let R. Kelly rest, you know? And I don't understand it. You come out with what you call it, a docu series. These are the new things that how they put two words together. Instead of being a documentary, it's a docu series. So that's the new word that they're using. You take a docu series, you ruin this man's life, but you just keep sticking a fork in his butt. This is what I don't understand. Every other day, I listen. I go on social media, and you got all of these little alerts that you get, and I tell you every day is somebody Robert Kelly. It's something about him. I tell you, when you make somebody mad or the wrong person mad, and they got more money than you, they can ruin your life. Because we people, we believe anything. And some of us would do anything for a dollar. Sell our soul to the devil. So listen, I just hope that they get to the end of this. Jesse Smollett, I hope that you are not, I hope that you didn't orchestrate yours. And Robert Kelly, I hope you can really clean your name up. Because if you can't, you need to rot in hell if you did those things. And I don't mind saying it. I kind of like his music. I'm not a stepper, but he makes beautiful stepping music. And if you ever been where people are stepping is it can be very beautiful and eloquent. Or hey, they can get funky with it too. So I just hope he cleans up his name and continue to make music. I'm gonna play this song and we're gonna come back. Gotta find y'all some music. So I'm gonna play a song. Why don't I play something by my buddy John Hill? Okay. The name of the song is So Strong. Enjoy the music.
No one missed the nice guy. I'm too strong for you, strong for you. Too real for you. You don't know about the work I bring. Yeah, I'm too wrong for you. I'm too long for you next again. You don't know about the work I bring. Everybody know what's up now, cause we worth $1 billion now. Y'all niggas running out of luck, cause we on. I'm number one up, baby. No, I'm sorry I lied. I'm number one, two, three, four, and number five. Hey, John Hill, baby, he kicking it live. Oh yeah, oh yeah, and I be singing like, you must not know about me. You must not know about me. I can write another hit in a minute. Matter of fact, here it is in a minute.
Oh, sorry about that. Y'all know we really
Wild dub on you, face snug on you. You don't know about the hits we make. Uh, yeah, that Leon on your neck. He put me on to you niggas. And we about to blow, so you know. Everybody know us so much, cause we work up in books now. Young niggas running out of love, cause we on. I'm number one up, baby, no, I'm sorry I lied. I'm number one, two, three, four, and number five. Hey, John Hill, baby, he kicking it live. Oh yeah, oh yeah, and I be singing like, you must not know about me, you must not know about me. I can write another hit in a minute. Matter of fact, here it is in a minute. And
I want to welcome you back to the house that Earl built, the number one internet radio station, IntellectualRadio.com, an iHeart radio station with over 70 shows, 70 to 150 hosts and co hosts, streaming 24/7 on your smart device with internet access. I told you we had a great show lined up for you today. Today, we're going to get up close and personal with comedian Stefan Smith of the Stefan Smith Morning Show. Stefan, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? Let me turn this down a
I'm
little
good. Good playing.
bit. Okay. All right. I think I got it now. Okay. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Okay, Stefan, why don't you tell us a little bit about who Stefan Smith, comedian Stefan Smith is?
Well, again, Stephen Smith. I currently live in Memphis, Tennessee. Married to a beautiful young lady named Angela Phillips Smith. We have four children here. I have an older daughter in Nashville, and she has three kids from previous relationships. I'm a full-time comedian that does clean comedy, does gospel comedy. I host MC all types of events, no matter what it is. I can host it. It doesn't matter. Birthday parties, wedding receptions, all kinds of things. Church banquets, church functions, any type of grown folks event can still keep it clean. I do everything. I've been doing comedy 17 years. Actually, last month it's been 17 years for me. The last been full time the last 5 years. God's been opening a lot of doors for me to win a lot of awards. Been nominated for awards, which I'm actually nominated for 3 this year so far. I have my own radio show, as you said, called the Stephan Smith Morning Show, where I play a lot of independent artists and music from all over the country, as well as some artists from overseas. Just love doing what I do, love making people laugh, love people to enjoy life, love people to have a good time. Let me mention this as well. I also have my own gospel award show that I do every year for independent gospel artists across the country called the Showtime Entertainment Gospel Music Awards, which is named after my company, Showtime Entertainment. I have a DVD out called Laughter is Good for the Soul. I'm on tour with that right now as well. And I'm getting ready to do a next live DVD taping called Touch 'em Lord, June the 22nd, right here in Memphis, Tennessee. So it's going to be a big show, red carpet, everything. So God's been good, been doing a lot of things. So Been blessed, and I'm here on the Rhythm Flow Radio Show with you.
You know what? All because of, I don't know if you know Tony McQueen.
I heard the name before, yes.
Okay, Tony McQueen. What he did was he shared your page with me, and I like the music because you play a variety of music. Even though you play mostly gospel, you do play a variety of music.
Mm-hmm.
And once I listened to the show, I kind of liked it, And I noticed that this morning. I know that after I posted it, I noticed this morning he shared your show again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you said you've been doing comedy for, did you say 17 years?
Yes, 17 years as of January last this January last month has been 17 years.
Okay. Have you traveled a lot with it?
Yes, I've traveled all across the country doing the comedy, and God's been blessed me to open up for a lot of major people, as well as host some shows for a lot of major people as well. So yes, I've been blessed to travel. So God's been good.
So how does one know that they want to be a comedian? I mean, that's not something that, but everybody claim they funny, but they ain't. But
Right.
how does one decide in life that, you as a kid, what do you want to be? I want to be a comedian.
Oh well, I mean it's an instinct that you get to have because for me it came easy because I was always naturally funny. I just didn't know how to utilize it as far as doing comedy because I didn't think I was going to get into comedy because I started off acting while doing modeling first. I modeled professionally for 15 years, and I started doing stage plays, but I was always naturally funny, being silly all the time anyway. So a young lady who was a BET comedian on Def Jam named Irma Johnson, who lives right here in Memphis, she started doing stage plays, and she cast me in her stage play at the time I was doing my modeling. And she put me in a funny role and a serious role at the same time. And she saw me on stage and in rehearsals. And when she saw me on stage, she was like, "Man, I think you'd be good doing comedy." She said, "Because you're naturally funny, you have that gift." She said, "If you're interested in doing it, I'll show you how, you can do it, because I think you'd be really good at it." So I took her up on it, and she kind of showed me the ins and outs of it, talked to me about it, and started putting me in more productions, and then allowed me to do my thing. And she introduced me to a young man that had a venue, and they allowed me to come in and start hosting open mic shows there to work on my craft. And she was telling me the ins and outs and the ups and downs, and critiqued me real well on how to work with different types of crowds and stuff like that. And I've been going ever since. And me and her has been nominated for awards together. I even won categories that me and her been in together. So that's my mentor. If it wasn't for her getting me involved in comedy and encouraging me to do it, I wouldn't be here now probably or reach the things that I have. So I thank God for allowing her to come in my life and plant that seed and help develop me into what I'm doing today. And here I am 17 years later doing all kinds of things. I've been on TV, I did BET, done traveled the country, I got DVD out, been opening up for a lot of major people, been nominated for awards, been winning awards all across the country. So, God's been good, so I can't complain.
So how hard is it to do clean comedy?
It's not hard at all. I tell a lot of comedians it's not hard because a lot of stuff that I've done in the secular world that I still can do. I know how. I know how to do it without doing all the cussing. Because I tell them you can do the same jokes. Just take out the cuss words. It's all in your delivery and how you present the joke is what makes it funny. So it's really not hard doing clean comedy. A lot of them make it hard because they're too comfortable with wanting to cuss all the time, and that's their comfort zone. So I tell a lot of them you got to learn to get out of your comfort zone and be more versatile with your comedy, and Lord will open a lot more doors for you. Because I still do a lot of secular shows, hosting fashion shows, and doing other stuff, and I don't have to cut and do all that. So it's all about how you present it and bring the joke out. Because like I said, just take the cuss words out and present it the same way, and it still can be funny. It just depends on how you deliver the joke.
Yeah, timing is everything, isn't it?
It's everything.
Okay. So how did you prepare for your craft?
I I studied the game. I studied a lot of my favorite comedians that I liked and see how they did it and see how they presented they step on stage. I checked out their stage presence, their timing, the type of jokes that they have. And I kind of started just doing it on my own and blending some of my favorites into my own style and then just coming up with my own stuff and just figured out how to present it. And I go over stuff in my head, how it work on stage. I try some of the stuff out on stage and see how it works. And if it works well or kind of halfway worked well, I figured out how I can tweak it and add certain stuff to it or maybe take certain stuff out and present it maybe a little bit different. And that's how I worked on my craft. And I'm very good at freestyling. So me, when I host shows, I'm good at improvising and coming up with stuff on top of my head as I see stuff going on with the show and talking about it. And that's how I keep a lot of my material as well. It's some stuff that I've said in different shows just from freestyle. And I kind of take that and incorporate it into some of my acts sometimes and just kind of add on to that to make the joke, even better or even more funnier. Or I may get animated in certain parts of the joke to even make it fun.
Okay. How crucial is it to a comedian when he get booed?
It helps in a way because it lets you know that you still got some work to do.
Okay.
All great comedians have been booed at one time. Richard Pryor, the great Richard Pryor, even got booed off stage and he walked off during his set, but he came back the next night and did the same exact set that he did the night before and killed it because he had more confidence. So it's all about it's a learning process. I haven't always when I first started out being like, I had to learn to work and figure out how to work different crowds or learn what to say with different crowds because you got to learn your audience for one because everything you say is not going to work with different audiences. Now, for instance, as an example, I tell a lot of comedians, if you're doing an older crowd, a lot of young school jokes is not going to work because they don't know nothing about what's going on with the younger people, today. And the opposite with younger people, you can't tell a lot of old school jokes because they're not going to relate to things back in the old school days. So you have to learn your audience and know which material that's going to work with your audience in order for them to receive you the way they need to receive.
Okay. Do you write your own material?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I don't have any writers or anything like that. I come up with my own stuff and just figure out how to tweak it and work everything from there. So like I said, I do stuff in my head and figure out how to go on stage and imagine it, and then I try it, and then I figure out how I can tweak it to make it even better, whether it was drop dead funny or whether it was just normal funny.
I heard that. Let me ask you this. That's just my opinion. I ain't gonna give you that opinion. Yes, I am.
No, go ahead.
Okay, to me, in my opinion, comedy is when it comes to men and women is uh I don't think it's all equal.
Yeah, I can agree with you to an extent.
Oh, really? A lot of people
it just depends on what it is that the women are trying to do with comedy because it's because you got some women that some of them are only stuck on talking about certain subjects and some of them are not able to talk about a lot of stuff that men can talk about, I guess, per se. But it just depends on, to me, it depends on the comedian. But I think, a woman that I know a lot of female comedians are just as funny as men, and some are even funnier. And like I said, it's all about your personality and your delivery and how you present yourself on stage to people. And it also depends on what you're talking about as well. So, it kind of double-edged sword sometimes depending on the situation.
Okay, I just thought that I've always felt that when it comes to women, they kind of discriminate a little bit different, than they do when it comes to men. I mean,
like I said, that depends on the situation of what's being how they're being discriminated against. But like I said, I know a lot of female comedians that can hang tough, with the men, and some of them are even better than me. And there's some that's on major tours with me and holding their own. So it just depends on the situation. or how they're being treated by the promoters that they're being booked from. So it to me, it just depends on the situation.
I tell you, I know one female comedian who is, I guess I can say this word without getting thrown out, funny as hell. And her name is Adele Givens.
Yeah, yeah.
Adele Givens can wear some, I guess they about anywhere between 4 and 6 inch stilettos. They got to be 6 inch because those were stilettos. I really don't know how she walked in them. I bet you
I don't even.
she can talk. She can. Do you know she can walk and talk for about an hour and a half?
Yeah, she's used to it.
Huh?
When you get used to that, it's not going to bother you anymore.
Man, you be sitting there, and you like, when is this gonna end? And she just, and everything that she say, everything that comes out of her mouth is funny.
Yeah, she's very funny. She's been around for a long time as well, so she's a veteran in the game.
You be wanting to go to the bathroom, but you don't want to leave because you're scared you're gonna miss a joke. I mean, she's really one funny lady. Okay, listen, I'm gonna play a song and then we're gonna come back. And are you up on current events and what's been happening on social media?
Yeah, pretty much. Uh-huh.
Okay, I want to come back and I want to talk about 50 Cent.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna play this song. You okay? And I will be back in a minute. Ah ha ha. The name of this song is Fine by Lenny Williams. You can find this song on iTunes or at lennywilliams.com. Mm-mm. Hope I ain't got it playing but once. Sound more than one.
I'm doing fine. Everybody asks me.
I'm okay.
Everybody's checking. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. 'Cause I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. A birthday is a brand new day. Sunlight beaming through the window shade. A cup of coffee with a morning kiss. Enjoy myself today. On the top of my list, ain't nothing wrong. I don't need the blues. So I grab the keys. Time to take the cruise. Windows down as I roll in the jazz. Not bad for a black boy who thought he'd never had to win fine. I'm okay. Everybody's checking. Don't you worry about me. 'Cause I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I click the switch. And what do you know? They're playing my music on the radio. There's no need for my head down. I ain't got no regrets. I sung on any stages and I gave it my best. I got a good woman who loved me through the years. 35 and counting, and we're still here. Don't worry about me, better worry about you. It's not how you start, it's how you see it through. I'm doing fine. Everybody asks me, I'm okay. Everybody's okay. I try to live right, save a little cash, and I pray every day and night.
Yes.
Yeah. Two-step for the music, like a soul train line. If anybody asks you, you can tell them that I'm doing fine. If anybody asks you, I'm okay. If anybody changes, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me, 'cause I'm okay.
The mighty sounds of Lenny Williams. I'm doing fine. Like you can purchase that track on iTunes or at lennywilliams.com. That's a nice song. I like that because I'm doing fine. Hope everybody is. I, I'm trying to tell you. I want to welcome you back to the number one internet radio station, IntellectualRadio.com, an iHeart radio station with over 70 shows, 70 to 150 and hosts and co-hosts streaming 24/7 on your smart device with the internet access. We have our guest, comedian Stefan Smith, and now we're about to get into, I call it some social media refresh. What do you think about the New York commander who told his fellow cops to shoot 50 Cent on sight?
Yeah, I read about that. I think he needs to not only be fired, he needs to be locked up as well. He needs to be charged with something. But first of all, he needs to be fired. He don't need to get no pension, anything. He should not be allowed to resign because, when people are in power like that, the first thing they do, they apologize and they resign with full benefits and all that. He shouldn't be allowed to have anything. He should be stripped of everything because no matter whether you like him or not, that is not something that you tell your police officers to do. And that's one of the problems that people have with police around this country right now anyway, is you got people in higher ranks like that telling them to kill black people, for nothing. This guy, you may not like him. You told him to shoot the man on sight for nothing. And if I was 50 Cent, I would sue them. I would sue him and the whole state of New York and the police department. I'll make them pay for it. I'll make them pay for that state. He didn't deny it, and that's the whole thing about it. He didn't deny it.
Making a statement like that at a time when our country is already having problems.
Exactly.
That's the last thing. And I think the commander he was Hispanic.
Mm-hmm. He was a minority.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, to make that type of statement at a time when we have this man in the White House is just totally out of touch with reality.
Mm-hmm.
And with all the other things that are happening, things that he's said even about when he came out and talked about the NFL, even though I'm glad to say that Colin Kaepernick won his case against the NFL. They didn't talk about the money amount. They just...
It's alleged that he got at least 60 to 80 million or more from them.
You think so?
That's what the word is right now.
All right. Well, I couldn't find it because they wouldn't comment on the dollar amount. They just wanted everybody to know that he's won. And then it came out that, what was it? They say probably he had played in 2 years, and in a couple of months they say he might be signed to a major NFL team.
Yeah. They say that a team may be signing him. But he was already doing this whole deal. What people don't understand, he was already getting paid anyway through Nike. He already had an endorsement deal through Nike, but he signed another $30 million deal through them with this new campaign that they had him on. So he was getting his money regardless, but that money from the NFL is going to make it even better, and it just proves what they were doing to him all along. And the only reason I believe they settled so quickly is because in about another week, they had to dispose all of the emails from the owners on what they thought about Colin Kaepernick and why they didn't want to sign him. And I believe the owner didn't want them emails to get out to show how racist a lot of them were. So they hurry up and settle with him in order for them emails not to get out. So I've done a little bit of research on that. So they was getting ready to expose them emails in court, and the owner didn't want them emails to get out. So they said, well, let us go on to pay this man and get him some money, so we ain't got to, let everybody know how we really feel about him. They was guilty regardless of what people think. He to me, he won. Against them. In my opinion, it served its purpose. He didn't make a whole lot of fuss and downgrade and call anybody a whole bunch of names in public to get over. He sat back, let the case speak for itself, and had his lawyer do all the talking for him, and look what happened.
Yeah,
they had no choice but to settle because they didn't want the emails to come out.
He definitely did it with dignity. I'm serious. He really did. I mean, you lose just about everything, okay? But he never lost himself. He never lost himself. He stayed focused because, and I say this to say that I don't know if you heard about the shooting here in Chicago, out in Aurora, Illinois, where this.
Yes, I saw it on the news. Yes.
Okay, this man had worked for 15 years and he was getting terminated. And they called him into office. I guess that's the way they were going to fire him, to have a little meeting. And when he got there, and I guess they got ready to fire him, he just opened up and started shooting.
Yeah, that was crazy there.
And that's why I say Kaepernick, who made way much more money than he did, but he did it with dignity. He didn't go and try to get a gun and go back and shoot anybody or anything of that nature. So there's a great big difference in the way we see things. Some of us.
I commend Eric Reed as well, who stood by him the whole time. And he won some money off that case as well.
Oh yeah, that's right, because he took the knee with him. He sure did. Yes, he did.
He started with him, and he still playing. He just got a new contract in the NFL as well. So congratulations to him. So he stood his ground as well and had a collusion case against them. He won his case along with Kaepernick. Plus, he got a new contract extension with the Carolina Panthers. So he's in a good place too.
All right now. Okay, you know what? We're going to play one more song, then we're going to come back and do the last segment of the show. And on the last segment, why don't you talk about your radio show? Okay. So I'm going to play the song. We're going to come back. Who I'm going to play? I got to find me somebody real good. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to play another cut by Lenny Williams.
All right now.
This kind of one of them blues songs. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was your mama. I hope don't nobody take it the wrong way. I'll be back in a minute.
We started to dance, she invited me to her place. As soon as we got there, she started kissing my face. I'm just a man, I couldn't resist. I never thought it would turn out like this. In love with your mama, she looked so young. She kept on showing me that ring in her tongue. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't know it was your mom. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't know it was your mom. She was dancing like them girls in the videos, bending all over, touching her toes. She was doing the Tootsie Roll. I hate to tell you, your mama was working that pole. She shake it to the left. Hey, she shake it to the right. Oh, your mama shook that big thing of hers all night. I'm just a man, I couldn't resist. I never thought it would turn out like this. Didn't know it was your mama. She looked so young. She kept on showing me that ring in her tongue. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't know it was your mama. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't know it was your mama. Hey, I'm sorry. Didn't know it was your mama. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't know it was your mama. Your mama's sexy, sexy as can be. Yes, I did your mama, but she also did me. I don't mean no disrespect, but look at this hickey your mama put on my neck. Hey, I'm sorry. Didn't know it was your mama. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't know it was your mama. Hey, I'm sorry. Please don't cut me. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't know it was your mama. Listen here. It was dark in that place. She kept kissing my face. So dark I could not see. Please don't be mad at me. Her kisses made me weak. Hey, your mama's such a freak. Oh, I tried to resist. Didn't know it gonna turn out like this. Hey, I'm sorry. Didn't know it was your mama. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't know it was your mama. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't know it was your mama. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't know it was your I'm sorry. Didn't know it was your mama. Hey, I'm sorry. Didn't know it was your mama. Hey, I'm sorry. Didn't know it was your mama.
Ooh, what a record, honey. I'm sorry, didn't know it was your mama by Lenny Williams. You can get that record on iTunes at lennywilliams.com. Boy, you got to be careful in life. Stefan. I know you don't play no music like that on your show, but
Oh, I will now. No,
you.
no, no, don't give me that. I will. They asked for it.
Why don't you talk a little bit about the Stefan Smith Morning Show so everybody will know where to find you and what you're all about?
Okay. Well, again, the name of the show, the Stefan's Living Morning Show. I come on Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. Well, between 10 and 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's on the internet station WINradio.com, but it's also on Facebook Live under the Stefan Smith Morning Show fan page. So if you want to watch the show live and listen to the music, I encourage everybody to come and watch the show and listen to it live. And I play a variety of different music. I play a lot of gospel, gospel jazz, some gospel hip hop. I play some R&B, some smooth R&B. I also play some rap music, as long as it's clean. And I play a variety of different stuff. Sometimes I play some preachers' messages, or sometimes I may play some poetry, depending on the show. But I play a variety of different stuff. I play mostly independent artist music because I believe in supporting independent artists. It's not a lot of mainstream artists that I play because, again, I'm trying to support the independent artists. So, but I play a variety of different stuff, and I have artists that has everything from reggae, to blues, to R&B. I even have a few artists overseas in the UK and the Bahamas that send me music that I play as well. So some international independent artists that's doing a lot of great things, like on Bobby Jones and stuff like that. So I play a lot of those artists on my show quite often. So, and sometimes I play some of my comedy clips, to kind of break the ice and let them have some fun and get their laugh on a little bit. So, but that's basically what I do with my show. I've been doing my show a little over 2 years now. I started it October the 24th, 2016, which was 2 days after my birthday. And it's been growing. It started out with a few hundred people. Now it's thousands of people that tune in and listen to it nationwide, on not only on the internet, but also watching it live. So I had people all across the country from LA to New York, again, to oversee that tune in and actually just watch the show, and listen to some great, smooth music, and I thank you for tuning in, supporting the show, whenever you can to tune in as well. You share the videos, and things like that. So I definitely appreciate you, but that's pretty much what I do, with my show. And I play anybody's music as long as the music is clean. They can email their music to me in the MP3 to the Stephon Smith Morning Show at gmail.com, and I definitely get it on. And I always try to tag the artists as well when I play their music so people can go and support their pages, or they can contact them on where they can, buy their music and download from them as well. And I do interviews in the studio as well as on the phone, everything. So pretty much what I do with my radio show.
All right, Stefan, I appreciate that. Is there anything that you want to leave us with?
Just remember to laugh, to live, and enjoy life, because life's too short for people to walk around with attitudes all the time. People got to learn to just enjoy life and just learn to live. Support everybody that you can. Support Black-owned businesses. Support the independent artists just as much as you support the mainstream artists, because they need your help just as well as anybody else. So, and a lot of times people don't want to pay $5 or $10 to see local artists, but they go pay 50, 60 to go see a celebrity that they can't even meet and talk to. When you got an independent artist that's just as good or even better, that's going to be right there in your face and mingle with you the whole time. So let's learn to support each other just as much as we support everybody else. And I have a motto on my show that I say at the end of my shows all the time is keep God first in everything you do, and you can't go wrong. I have a DVD out that you can go and purchase right now through PayPal or either through Cash App under the money sign comedian Stephon Smith for $15. The laughter is good for the soul. It's an hour and a half of all clean stuff. The hour of performance and the 30-minute bonus footage of this crazy preacher character that I do called Reverend So you guys go check it out. It's on the screen, on your screen right now. So that's the DVD. So make sure you go cop that. You guys can, if you want to book me for a show, you guys can inbox me, the comedian Stephon Smith, or you can give me a call. My number is 901-273-4039. Email me at comedian Stephon Smith at gmail.com, or you can email my management team at applause management LLC at gmail.com. So shout out to Mr. John Baker out of San Antonio, who's my manager out of San Antonio as well. So you guys can hit either one location, venue, and all that in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. And support Rhythm Flow Radio. I thank you for the opportunity being on. I'm blessed and fortunate to be on your show. I thank you for allowing me to come on and speak with your people today.
I thank you so much. See you in the morning on Facebook.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. I want to remind everybody that today's show was brought to you by Singleton's Education Academy, 4215 West End Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60624. They're teaching classes in basic life support, ACLS, which is your basic advanced cardiac life support, BLS, basic life support, CPR, PALS, pediatric advanced life support, neonatal resuscitation provider. They also do CNA recertification. Please call my friend Ruthie Singleton at 773-475-7054 or send an email to Singleton's Education Academy at outlook.com. We thank you for tuning in. We thank you for exploring internet radio, where all you need is a smart device and internet access. I want you to remember that if your favorite show is Dana being Dana, Drive at 5, He Said, She Said, J Spot, Joe Jakin, Making Waves with Miss Darcy, Here's to Life, or Rhythm Flow Radio, they are all everywhere, accessible anywhere at any time. You can always check on your favorite show on IntellectualRadio.com, wherever you are, at home or on the other side of the world. So everybody know that today is Friday, and you know what I'm looking for? Oh, where are you? Today is Friday, and it's somebody's weekend. It's but see, Tuesday is my Friday. What to say? Now she done really gone crazy. She done really gone nuts up in here. Okay. But today is my Friday. And oh, I did find it. So Tuesday is my Friday. If Tuesday is your Friday or Wednesday is your Friday, Thursday, Friday. All I want to say, I'm finna go and enjoy my weekend. Am I off there? Okay.
Looking forward to the parties, I can hardly wait. Been waiting for the weekend like a holiday. Working all weekend, now I'm ready to play. Tonight is a party, are you ready to go? Ready to go. We're gonna let our head down to the floor. To the floor. If you don't wanna party, you can hit the door. We're gonna shake our body down and move the weekend.